Bernie Sanders endorsed Hillary Clinton yesterday. He said his favorite progressive issues will not have a future unless she beats Donald Trump. Trump tweeted this: Bernie Sanders endorsing crooked Hillary Clinton is like Occupy Wall Street endorsing Goldman Sachs.
Senator Sanders is with us now from Washington. Senator, good morning.
Good morning.
You have made attacking Wall Street a pillar of your presidential campaign. Are you now capitulating some of your values by endorsing Hillary Clinton?
No, I'm standing up for working families and the middle class and saying that Donald Trump would be a disaster for the future of this country. What this campaign is about is taking a hard look at which candidate is going to do more for ordinary Americans. And I think that choice is very, very clear. We have worked with Secretary Clinton's campaign. She's talking now about making public colleges and universities tuition-free for all families under $125,000. She is talking about expanding health care, while Donald Trump wants to throw 20 million people off of the health insurance they now have and cut Medicaid. Donald Trump does not accept science, thinks that climate change is a hoax. Hillary Clinton wants to rebuild our sustainable energy system and move away from fossil fuels. The differences between the two candidates are very, very clear. Clinton is by far the superior candidate for the middle class, to my mind.
Well, it took you 35 days after she locked up the nomination. Was this very difficult for you to do? And was Hillary Clinton looking at you like, thanks, Bernie, took you long enough? What finally convinced you?
Well, what we have been doing during that period is making sure that the Democratic platform becomes the most progressive platform in the history of the Democratic Party. And what we were able to do in that process is get the Democrats on board to a $15 an hour minimum wage, rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure and creating millions of decent paying jobs, demanding that the wealthiest people in this country start paying their fair share of taxes. And these are ideas, more or less, that Secretary Clinton is supportive. The idea of electing a Trump who wants to give hundreds of billions of dollars in tax breaks to the top 0.2% is not what I think the American people want. Sure.
Do you believe you have pulled her to the left?
I think when you get 13 million votes, which is what we got, when you win 22 states, when young people all over this country are demanding real change, Secretary Clinton and her team are smart enough to understand that they have got to go where the action is, and they have to move to where the people want to go. And what the people in this country want is a standing up to the big money interests that have so much political power today.
If I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter, raised money for you, campaigned for you, I want to know from Bernie Sanders, what did you extract from Hillary Clinton? Exactly. What promises did you extract from her?
It's not a question of extracting. It's a question of working with the Clinton campaign. Let me give you
what did she promise that she would do that got your endorsement?
Let me give you two examples. What she has recently proposed, as you may know, and it was a working between the campaigns, is to say that anybody 55 years of age or older can opt in to Medicare. That's a big deal. That people all over this country will have a public option in the healthcare exchange, which likely will be a lot less expensive than the private insurance options they now have. And a massive expansion of community health centers all over this country so that people can walk in the door and get the health care, the dental care, the low-cost prescription drugs, the mental health counseling that they need. That is an amazing step forward in terms of expanding health care.
So if you did that and got her to come to those positions that you feel so strong about, what didn't you get?
Well, what we didn't get is me becoming president of the United States of America.
Well, that wasn't going to happen in terms of after the delegate count took place. So you've been talking to her. What did you not get?
Well, look, there are issues like, in my view, the United States should join the rest of the industrialized world and guarantee health care to all people as a right through a Medicare for all, a single-payer program. Right. What I want, and she is supportive of this, I would have liked to seen it in the Democratic platform. That did not happen. What I would like is to make sure that the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which I believe is a continuation of disastrous trade agreements that we've had for so many years. I want to see that absolutely not come up in the lame duck session. Secretary Clinton, by the way, is on record. She has just said that the other day, but we did not get that into the
Would you like a
platform.
position in the Clinton administration if there is one?
Well, that's something we have not talked about at all. Right now,
Okay.
I'll tell you what I am focusing on is to support progressive candidates all over this country
We got
at every
that.
level.
We got that. Are you having running for president withdrawal already?
I'm feeling fine.
Are you going to miss the Secret Service?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting question. Yes, yes and no. Now I don't have to tell anybody when I'm going to the bathroom. That's the advantage. But those guys did a great job, and I
Yes,
appreciate
some
what they
things should
did.
be private. Thank you very much, Senator Sanders.
Good luck with that.
We appreciate you joining us today. We really do.